Hello everybody, welcome to Stockify, a channel where I will discuss my thoughts, experiences, and adventures when investing in the stock market. In case you don't know what adventures is, it's just a portmanteau of the words investing and adventures. I made it up, you won't find it in the dictionary. Today I wanted to talk about Webull, the stock trading app that showed up back in 2018 and has quickly become one of the most popular stock trading apps out there. In fact, if you have done any financial research on YouTube lately, you'll see nothing but ads about this app. Now before we begin, I just want to make clear I am no expert in anything when it comes to the stock market. In fact, you could say I am an expert on absolutely nothing. So the purpose of this video is not to hear the thoughts and impressions of a well-seasoned trader. Rather, these are the thoughts and impressions on the Webull platform from somebody who is brand new to investing in general. So what do I have to think about it? Let's find out. So what is Webull? Well, like I mentioned, Webull is a stock trading platform that you use to, well, trade stocks. And as mentioned earlier, it was created in 2018 by Anthony Daner, who does have a well-documented history of leading different investing firms. Now, while Anthony Daner and the majority of his team do reside in New York City, where the New York Stock Exchange is, there is a team that he works with in Hunan, China. Go figure. Now, knowing that information might be a turnoff to some people, and understandably so, but keep in mind, we do live in 2020 and that we are going into an increasingly digital age, and that the iPhone you are using was assembled in China, and I guarantee you there is at least one person out there who is currently laughing at your internet history. All jokes aside, it really was a valid question that I had to ask myself when I was looking at that sign-up screen. Do I want to give this company that I don't know anything about a lot of information about myself? However, after thinking about it, I decided that I should at least give it a try instead of sitting around and letting a whole nother year pass. So I took the plunge, I filled out the information, I signed up, and I deposited $100 into my Webull account, and I was on my way to investing. And when I got to their welcome screen, I was greeted with, so this is definitely for investors. I mean, look at this whole screen. There's a lot here. You got numbers up here. There's these graphs right here, and then you got these colors. There's this scary looking red line, and then there's this green line. I mean, what does any of this mean? Being greeted with this right off the bat was kind of overwhelming because it is a lot to take in, and I had no idea what any of it meant. I felt like a small fish in a big pond, and I was just waiting for some shark to come eat me up. So I did a little Googling, a little YouTubing, and just some general interneting, and I was able to figure out exactly how to work this interface. For example, I could just come up to the search bar, and like with anything, I could search for any company I wanted. So let's search for Nintendo, because that's the kind of person I am. And I'm pretty sure it's this top one here, and it pulls up its information. Like this number right here is the price that this stock is currently trading for. You got a graph that shows you its performance over the last day or so, and if you click this little arrow right here, it gives you even more information like its volume, its percent turnover, its dividend. I have no idea what these words mean. So I stumbled and derped around for a bit in this interface. I searched up a few more companies just because I was a little curious and wanted to see what they were trading for. And so after about an hour or so, I was able to figure out how to use the interface, even if I didn't know exactly what everything did. But as I did more research over the next day or so, I came to realize that, and this is just my own personal opinion, I could be totally wrong, feel free to tell me, Webull really tends to be built for individuals who are into day trading. And what day trading essentially is every day you get up and you buy several shares at a low price and you sell them at a higher price to make a profit. So for example, a lot of individuals in the market tab right here will just come to see which companies are really gaining momentum in the day. And it looks like we have a few of them here. I would go to view all. So, let's take this first one, Hertz. So they would buy it at $2.50 a share. They would come down here to trade, and as soon as they finish it, they would buy however many stocks they wanted to buy at $2.50 per share. And then they sit here and hope and pray that maybe the share will go up to $3 a share. And then they can sell all of them and rake in a profit. So I watched a couple of videos on what day trading was, and I decided that I would give it a try. I failed.
It's a crash! The entire world economy is destroyed!
Okay, so I didn't crash, but I did have a a few ups and downs. If we took a look here, I did make a few profits while day trading, but I definitely had some losses, but nothing major. One thing I knew when getting into the stock market investing scene is that you really have the potential to lose a ton of money, and so I kept it really small. I don't think I lost any more than about maybe $15 at a time, money that I'm okay with losing. And after about a week of trying out day trading, I decided that it just wasn't my thing. It is certainly a learned skill. It's something that you have to develop over time and not any kind of get rich quick or overnight scheme. While that can happen, it is extremely rare. And so if you're going to try your hand at day trading, make sure you do your research. Don't act on emotion or think that you're going to make money quickly in just a few trades, because you're not. You're most likely going to lose more than you gain when starting. So my personal experiences with day trading aside, while I can say that it's not exactly my cup of tea, Webull really tends to be geared towards individuals who are into day trading, and I think it works great. So like I mentioned, if that's what you're going to do, I actually think it's a pretty good platform to do it on. Now, having said that, how does it compare to other brokerages? Truthfully, I don't know. This is the only serious one I have ever used. The only ever brokerage firm I have used in my life is Fidelity, which I consider to be personally a tried and true brokerage firm. I used to have a 401k in it when I worked for Starbucks many years ago, but I do not have that anymore, as I haven't worked there in a very long time. Now, I could be wrong, but when I think of Fidelity, I think of investing long term. Think of things like 401ks, Roths, IRAs, mutual funds, more big words. Whereas with the Webull platform, I think of day trades, fast trades, etc., etc. Now, that's just the feel I get of each different platform. I know that both of them are good at what they do, and that you could use one for the other in most cases. Now, Webull does have what I'd like to call a direct competitor in the form of Robinhood, which is another big investing platform. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I have not used Robinhood. I currently don't plan on trying it. I do know that a lot of people do use it, and they have a lot of good things to say about it. If you really want to know if that's the case, well, feel free to try. The only reason I'm not doing it is because I really don't want to go through the hassle of setting up another account for a brokerage firm that I currently don't plan on using. Now, going back to the Webull platform, getting yourself started is rather simple once you get away from the big scary home screen. You come to deposit your money, you can withdraw money, transfer stocks into Webull, transfer out, and get a little bit of a history of what you've been doing here. Now, when you go to deposit money, you do have to link your bank account, whether it be checking or savings. It really wasn't difficult to link your bank account information. All you need is an account number and routing info, and you should be good to go. Now, when you do set up a deposit, let's say you want to deposit $100 into your Webull account, and you can use that money to start making trades. It does use ACH transfers, and it takes roughly 5 full business days for the funds to go from your bank account into your Webull account. Now, the nice thing that Webull does for you is once you complete your deposit, they will credit you the amount that you deposited, so you can get started trading right away. You do also have the option to set up a wire transfer, but it could incur a fee on Webull's side, and it could also incur fees on the side of your bank as well, so just be aware of that. Once you have completed the deposit, you will get a message down here that says the amount that you wanted to transport in, what the current status is, and the date that you started. And if we were to come over here, you would see that on the transfer tab, you do have incoming funds. So currently I do have money that's coming in. And if we looked right here, the settled cash is the portion that I am allowed to use right now to go buy stocks. So if I were to go to the market section and type in a stock and find something that was only a couple of dollars, I could use that to purchase that stocks. That is my settled cash. Now, let's say I wanted to sell stocks. Well, that's fairly simple as well. Once I have finished selling the stocks, you don't get the money from that sale right away. What happens is it comes into your unsettled cash section right here. And this is basically just telling you, hey, we know you made a sale. We don't have the money quite yet, but it'll be here in a couple of days. And that's all it takes for that money to become settled, is about 2 days. Now, let's say you rack up a whole bunch of settled cash and you want to withdraw it to your actual bank account. You can do that. However, in my experience, what I noticed is the amount that you are able to withdraw back into your bank account and the amount you have in your settled cash isn't always the same all the time. Now, there may be a variety of reasons as to why that is the case. In my own personal experience, the amount that I have to withdraw has always showed up, usually within a few days of processing. Now, let's say you do have some sort of issue with the Webull platform and you do need to contact customer service. I do have their website pulled up right here. And if you just scroll all the way to the bottom, you can contact them through email. But one thing that I guess is newer is they do have a phone number here that you can call. Previously, a lot of people were complaining that there was no phone number that you could use to call them, but that does appear to be here now. So, hey, it's just better. So in short, what is Webull? Well, it is a brokerage platform that gives you access to the stock market. It allows you to make trades for free, and when you initially start up, while looking at all this can be daunting, it works pretty well once you get the hang of it. It is perfect for day traders, and it's great for any other type of investor as well. So do some research, give it a shot, try your hand in investing, and have your own adventure. Thank you for sticking around, and we'll see you next time.